Not long ago, deep in the Appalachian wilds, a group of drunken misfits joined forces to play Dungeons and Dragons. Inspired by boredom and equipped with loose morals and a questionable understanding of the rules, our heroes venture forth to explore strange new lands. So gather up your dice, your manuals, and your livers, and join us on a quest to make absolute fools of ourselves. This is Botched, a D&D podcast.
Oh, so sorry, Charlie. Oh, God.
Welcome back, listeners, to the 17th episode of our 6th season. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are going to start where we left off last time, as some of the group is still milling about pulling the gators out of the water, while Boof and Charlie have turned to go back to the truck, only to find that there are a few dozen green-robed and hooded individuals just standing there, creepily staring at them.
We left all our guns over there?
Not all.
Yeah. Some of them are in boxes, so it's fine.
And they're just standing there, not moving.
Boof, you know these guys?
I just yell,
Right.
"Get away from that car!"
We don't want any.
I heard about these
You
people.
take the fob out and you lock it.
I heard about these people. They're a cultish, post-apocalyptic organization known as followers of the Chunk Apocalypse.
No.
They're
Long
friendly.
messy mooch.
They're friendly.
Okay. So right now,
Hello.
Oh.
I'm gonna put Charlie on the grounds, and I'm gonna take out my binoculars,
they're less than 100 feet away.
and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at them.
You're going to look at them through the other end so they look like they're further away?
Well, I remember I only got one good eye.
Okay.
How are you still alive?
The other one is like 4-day-old milk.
Lumpy?
No, it's sloshy.
It's like when you drink too much liquid.
And
Remember, you could feel it and hear it sloshing
but that's
around,
like
but your
my
eye.
Yeah.
Other people can hear it when
What
you
do
move
I
your head.
see?
What I just described to you.
But do they got mold on them?
No, but their robes are the color of mold.
Ooh,
Okay.
seems like a good idea.
Is there one that looks like they're more
He's got like a
meaner,
gold crest.
like a leader?
A grander one than others?
Yeah.
They all look the same.
I'm gonna pick Charlie back up and kind of put her closer to the car so she's a little bit out of sight.
Some of the heights are a little
Ow.
different, but what do you mean put them closer to the car?
I'm gonna put her closer to the car and drop off some
What? They're all around the car.
around the car.
Yeah, like when you went to turn to go towards the car, they're all there at the car.
Okay, they're around our car.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were.
Siphoning our gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
We smelled the gasoline from miles
So
away.
then I'm gonna put Charlie down and then just give her some Band-Aids and some antiseptics and whatnot.
She's got a bullet wound. You gonna give her Band-Aids?
Yeah.
That's all you need.
A
Harold.
spear wound.
As you're doing that, you notice that the entire group, in perfect unison, takes one step forward. Shoo.
Yeah.
They
Harold.
stop.
Set off the panic alarm on the car. See if it'll spook them.
If I have one, I do it.
Sure, I'll say that it has one. So just say,
Our warlock.
it does not appear to phase them in the slightest.
I'm gonna pick Charlie back up and take one step back and wait
Ow.
for my friends to did you say ow?
They
We
take
I'm not afraid of my technology,
they
like I
take
was hoping.
they take another step forward
Wait,
in unison
Another
again.
step back.
Shunk.
ready
They're
my
not moving
hunting
as you
rifle.
move.
Just
Just
like that.
walking.
When I move, they move.
They don't.
Not just like that.
Just
If
like
you
that.
take a left, they take a right. You take a right, they take a left.
Try
It's like a
dipping.
dance.
See if they dip.
Don't dip.
Tootsie roll.
You dip, I dip, we dip.
So I'll say that
Put your hand up on their hip.
they end up
On
taking.
Charlie's hip.
Don't let the backbone slip.
I'll say they end up taking like one or two more steps towards you in the course of time that it takes you to just go back to the group. So you're all together on the dock.
Hey, weirdos.
You guys talk to.
They're about 75 feet away.
You guys talk to them. I'm gonna try to get this bullet out of Charlie's leg, and,
Oh, it went through.
Oh, it went the whole way through.
I'm gonna patch her up good then. Yeah,
Feaster assists.
I'm a doctor.
We got
Okay, don't get advantage.
we got an extra gator. Do y'all want some gator?
Are you talking to them?
Yeah.
Are you offering?
I'm talking
You're
to
offering
the
okay.
hooded figures.
They
our gator.
when you speak directly towards them, you sort of just hear like a low humming chanting noise.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Gregorian chant. I speak English. Do you English?
And they just keep on doing this low humming chant.
Feaster, could you pass me your weapon?
God, Chuck.
Hold on. As they're facing the group, when I'm working on Charlie, I got a 22
Stop.
to
Yeah.
bandage her up, but I'm also watching the water
Sure.
to see if there's any kind of movement coming out of the water.
I mean, there's movement in the water, but not near you. It's like off out in the. I mean, there's plenty of gators in the water,
Gator blood scares gators. That's what I
but
heard.
not too many.
Not like an elder god of the swamp
No,
gonna come rise up.
like Yig.
Sure.
Sure. A
Fred.
needy snake god that's like, why haven't you called?
I remember him. He's annoying.
So no, I mean, you see plenty of gators in the water, but you don't see any of them making a move towards your group.
Yeah,
Okay.
Feaster passes one of the Desert Eagles to William
Okay.
and draws the other one.
I'm gonna take aim at what the largest one, the most intimidating one. He's probably the leader.
Okay.
Do you speak now? Because this thing, it talks real loud.
Ooga chaka. Ooga ooga chaka.
Very well.
I feel like, yeah.
I fire a
Ooga
warning shot into the air.
So the chanting just gets louder. Roll me a You know what? Hold on.
Hold on, they're saying
Intimidation check?
Ooga Chaka.
Ooga chaka. Ooga ooga.
I can't
stop this feeling
Feeling
deep
inside of me.
William,
Yes,
roll a perception check.
I do that. I receive a 15.
You notice a sharp
From
pinch to the side of your neck. When you reach up, it feels as though there's a very large dart sticking.
got a dart.
You got a fucking dart in your neck.
I believe I've been tranquilized.
Roll me
I feel great.
a con save with disadvantage.
I can do that. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's not a 1. That's a 10, sir.
You are very drowsy.
strong.
You don't pass out, but you are very drowsy.
Guys, I feel like I've taken 20 Benadryl.
Wait, they have drugs?
I just antihistamine. My sinuses are very clear.
I'll say that the rest of you see him clutching his neck and wobbling around speaking nonsense, while the rest of that group out there takes another step closer and they just keep chanting louder. Ooga chaka.
Can I look at the horizon, where the projectile path of the dart with my binoculars?
I mean, an intelligence check to be able to trace it. Trace it. Dart.
13.
You're pretty sure that it came in general from the wooded area that's way off to the right of where he is.
I'm gonna look with my binoculars.
I would like to look with
Perception.
my scope on my rifle while he's looking with his binoculars.
Perception.
Do I get advantage since I'm using binoculars?
You get a +2.
Take it.
Dig it.
19.
Okay. You definitely spot a group of individuals
shit.
with like rifles in the woods.
Oh, that's a lot.
Looks to be like 5 or 6 with rifles pointed at the group. One is reloading.
Nobody
a dart.
move. I want to shoot one of them.
Uh-oh. I know that guy.
He shot at us first. They drew first blood.
I think technically Feaster drew first blood.
Well, Feaster didn't
But
shoot.
it was
nobody.
mine, so it doesn't count, I guess.
Technically, the
Well,
gator
not the
drew
first of
blood.
the total blood. They drew blood.
I ain't
This
got
is a new
time
encounter.
to bleed!
That's a secondary bloodletting. This is a new bloodletting.
Okay.
In this particular blood, they drew first.
Don't worry, the dart slowed down the histamine response.
I'll say,
Leads to less bleeding.
roll, William, roll me another con save with disadvantage.
I'll do that, boys of the herd. I roll this a 16.
You know what? You don't get any sleep here.
Yeah, you've partied with Feaster
I'm
before.
rallying. I think I can ride this into like an ecstasy thing, and when you put on a strobe light and give us some glow
You're
sticks.
swaying a bit, but you are not going down. You refuse
I
to
feel
drop.
good now. I might have permanent depression later, but right now I want to lick something.
If he starts getting naked,
that
we're
why I'm
leaving him
depressed?
behind.
Okay.
That's all the ecstasy I did in high
I'm
school.
really thirsty.
So roll me initiative.
Everybody?
Sure.
27.
Oh, that's
my.
big. 23 for Feaster. I was excited about that, but 27's a lot.
Would you say Feaster?
23.
19.
How the fuck do you get a 27 initiative?
He's
I
level
have
6.
a feat that gives me +5. Yeah, and I'm level 6.
Would you say
19.
19? Charlie.
17.
17. And then, what'd you get, William? Or no. Yeah, William.
21.
21?
Wait, doesn't he have disadvantage because he's darted?
Time has slowed down for me, so I perceive it very slowly, and
It's
I
like
can
taking
react
slow-mo?
quickly.
No, he has 100 cups of coffee in him.
Yeah.
Sure.
Potato.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
All right. First up will be Harold.
Yeah, I'm going to fire a shot.
Okay.
They've been using non-lethal, though. Maybe you don't want to...
I'm going to fire a shot at their feet.
Feet.
Just a warning shot, so to speak.
Okay.
Go on, get.
Because I don't get on out of here.
Go
now.
shit.
I mean, like, bro, you've got Impervigator. You could dive into the
It's
gator
time
suit.
for Impervigator. It's time for Impervigator.
Yeah, I don't have it all equipped yet.
Just like throw it in front of you.
Are they heavy?
It's like a fox scarf, but it's you use the gator.
I apologize for getting this entire campaign killed. 15.
Yeah. You shoot the ground
Yeah.
in front of him.
Yeah, right in front of him,
A
like
loud rifle shot,
threatening.
which causes that ooga chugga to get louder.
There's enough gator for all.
I should have killed him.
Feaster.
Shit. I'm gonna reach into my belt pouch.
Okay.
I got a 1.
Okay.
Why are you rolling again?
They shift every time.
Shit.
Yeah, they're never the same. You never remember what's what. So it's a grenade.
That's really what I wanted. I pull the pin and just walk into the group that's chanting.
So you're moving towards
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't dart me.
Okay. So
clever.
So you walk towards their group. Okay. They seem completely calm.
I start chanting with him,
All right. Sure.
and I chew on one of my recreational drugs. I roll.
Which one?
I rolled a 5.
Which recreation?
He has a chart for it.
Okay.
I eat 2 milligrams of Xanax.
What does that do?
I'm real
Mellows
Makes
him
you
out.
real
tired.
mellow.
Yeah.
Don't care about this grenade at all.
Zero
So would
panic.
you just drop it then if you don't care?
No. I'm just not worried. I'm not shaky.
Self-preservation
Okay.
doesn't disappear.
Okay,
Just-
I'm just checking. I don't know. All right. So then that's what you're doing. You've walked into the crowd, or they're actually far enough away. You're about 15 feet in front of them
Well, I got him.
because you're walking double pace.
Okay.
It was they were 70, or no, they moved forward. So I'd say they were 60. So I'd say you'd be right on top of them at that point.
Yeah. I just get right next to him.
Yeah. So
Hey.
you're standing right in
Hey,
front
I'm
of them,
Mike.
holding a grenade out.
Would you like to say anything to the microphone? I push the grenade towards them.
All right. Then it'll be William.
You're holding it out?
No,
So what
I
if
just have it. I just have it.
They take a 50 cal sniper rifle to your wrist? So
No.
you just drop, your hand drops off?
Well, then
But,
it kills their friends.
What's called a hand grenade. so-
Oh, okay, yeah. I bless it.
I've felt like this since the feds mistook me for an escaped lion.
Roll me another con save
Double disadvantage.
with double disadvantage. No, it's just a disadvantage.
Oh, that's gonna be a 15.
Yep, he's
strong.
just hanging in there.
He's strong.
I'm filled with the power of trunk.
If you can get through enough successful things, it'll wear off and you won't pass out. But
Oh, my
Jesus.
heart was replaced with that of a female baboon in heat when I was 14.
But you're
This thing pumps like a champion.
all right. What are you doing? Aside from babbling about baboons.
I clearly recognize these motherfuckers in greed as feds. They're the same ones from the Kent State video. I'm gonna
Don't chase me!
State video.
I'm gonna take aim at him.
Take aim.
Oh,
Oh, God.
natural 20.
You have disadvantage.
Oh, another natural 20. You're right.
You just
Oh, that's only a red non-natural 20.
okay. You're gonna hit.
Okay, what's the damage?
Where are you shooting?
What are you shooting?
My Desert Eagle.
Deagle?
That-
What did I say was 3d6, 46?
40. Well, at the range for a game.
Oh yeah.
'Cause we were
so
point blank,
This
yeah.
distance is probably 2d6.
2d6 or 50 AE, slow ass cartridge.
And also because you're drugged.
Let's do this 12
Okay.
damage.
12 damage.
Let's shoot him in his body.
You shoot him right in the chest.
Who?
With some random one of the members in the like
Chanting group?
the
Center
chanting
mass,
group. One
just
randomly
Thank
shot
God
in
it
the
wasn't
chest.
Feaster. All right.
And
Try to chant with only one lung, motherfucker.
and it looks as though that person just they get shot in the chest. They reflexive just grab their chest, but they just fall over dead. The chanting gets louder and louder, you know, as you've done that.
Are they wearing hoods or just robes?
Robes and hoods, so you can't see any facial features.
What about the one that got shot?
He fell face down and
Oh, of course it
That's
is.
my robe now.
laying face down on the ground.
It's me.
Charlie. Oh no, yeah, you. Sorry. Boof.
Is Charlie done being patched?
I'll say, yeah, you patched her up with your
All right.
bandages and just stuff
how much-
gauze in the wound.
Tinactin.
Give it a good
How much?
Do you?
Give it your back out there on that field.
It hurts a lot when he slaps your open, gaping wound.
It's not open anymore.
Well, your gaping wound.
You're bandaged.
Yeah.
Your
how
bandaged
far
gaping
away
wound.
is that fallen?
How?
Pain scream, please.
60 feet away?
Come on.
What about a Wilhelm?
I'm gonna take one of these swamp rocks and throw it at one of them.
Okay.
You skipping stones now?
Throwing a rock.
I ain't got nothing else.
You got your mace?
I'm 60 feet away, so he was.
You can throw it at him, though.
I'm gonna throw a swamp rock at one of these guys.
Okay. Throw a rock. It's just slimy and smooth.
So blunt force damage.
Yeah.
16
It's going to hit.
d6.
Yeah, D4.
Damn it. All right. Plus rock,
Plus strength.
Yeah.
Nice.
8 damage.
Yeah, it looks like it hits one of the robed individuals in the head. They don't move at all when it hits them in the head. I mean, aside from like just the force making their head move backwards, but they go right back to their position of chanting.
We're in swamp games. I know this.
These are witches. I've seen them before.
Goddamn witches. Charlie,
Swamp witches.
Yeah.
Swamp witch.
what are you doing?
How many points did I heal?
For the bandage, give you a D6.
You still got Percocets, babe. Wait, I'm not Jeff.
That's 6.
Sorry.
I heard Jeff. All right.
Telling you about the drugs in your delirium.
Take the drugs, babe.
I think Charlie is just going to try and stand up, and that's about it.
Okay. It hurts a lot,
Yeah.
but you do stand up. But it hurts a lot.
I gave her
Drugs.
painkillers
Drugs.
as well.
Yeah, they don't kick in instantaneously, do they?
Well, if she
Once you can
crushes
snort 'em,
them and,
yeah.
and snores
I mean, I'm
them.
bleeding a lot,
Crush
so
them
they
and
kick
shove
in
them
pretty
directly
quickly.
into the wound.
Oh,
Yeah, that's instead of gauze, I put painkillers in there.
just a wad of painkillers.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Pupils.
Slow
One pill at a time into the tiny hole in the.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shit's hitting good.
It
Little
just
does-
falls out the other
I was going to say,
side.
little they know it falls out the other side.
No.
That's why I gauzed up the other side.
Like a
Okay.
Centrum multivitamin.
So then,
Centra.
Strong enough for a man. Silver enough for a woman.
What the fuck?
That's a lot of
Lot of
dice.
dice.
I'm just rolling all their attacks at once.
Don't you dart feaster. I got a grenade. And I'm resistant to drugs.
Well. Does anybody have an AC under or above 14?
Yes.
Okay.
Feasters is 15.
That one's that's missing. So each of you gets hit with a dart in the neck. Thump, 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 thump. Even
Give me
Feaster.
another
Is that why you
dart?
asked what my AC was?
Well, I miscounted. I was like, oh wait, there's only 5 of you. One of you already got hit. So
2 darts is excessive.
Hope his heart doesn't stop. Roll for it.
they didn't dart.
Did you know
They didn't dart
that
William again.
baboons-
They darted everybody else. So everybody else
a
roll me a
baboon.
con save.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I get
With
advantage
disadvantage.
for drugs, though.
You're
A baboon's
Yeah.
heart has 5 chambers.
So just regular roll?
just regular roll.
Fuck. 11.
You are very, very drowsy.
7.
You pass out.
Yep.
Thump.
Wait, what's the disadvantage again? Just the
Roll
number
2
without
D20s?
modifiers?
No, you roll 2
Oh, okay.
d20s and take the worst,
But then still add your
That's what-
modifier.
but you still add your modifier.
That's what I thought it might be. I got a 9.
You are very, very, very drowsy.
Wait.
Where you're super loopy. Everything is very blurry and moving around a lot. This is a rough time right now.
How?
What'd you
Did
get?
we all have disadvantage?
Yes.
Fuck.
Unless you do a lot of drugs like Feaster, in which case you get
Never
away.
mind. I got 2 nat 20s.
Boom. What? You actually
I've wasted them all.
feel completely fine. You pull the dart out and you're like, didn't even notice it.
Didn't engage.
Oh,
I'm just so hopped up on
you look
pain
at it,
pills.
the
I'm like,
plunger just
I
didn't,
don't give a fuck.
just didn't go the whole way through. Oh, whoops.
He went through
That's
the hole in her
advantage
leg.
of working in the lumber industry.
Everybody keeps shooting at her leg for some reason.
You ain't seen what my Uncle Ray Ray can do on fucking tranquilizers. Let's go, boys.
Okay.
Runs in the blood.
So then it'll be the other robed figures who will move towards Feaster and surround Feaster.
Get closer. Good
Yeah.
idea.
And they're all putting their hands on, like, gently onto the grenade as they keep going. Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga.
I can't stop this feeling.
I can't stop this poison. Deep inside of
my
me.
veins.
And the rest of the group is just moving over. So, like, they've moved over Boof. So you don't even see Boof anymore. And
I have blue Swede tapes in the car.
so they just they're just moving towards your group while continuing to chant. Although the Ooga Chukka has gotten a little fainter and a little fainter.
I think you have the ability to save everybody right now, Mr. Feaster.
You look out upon the swamp, and it's it's like a halo, but the head of Peebers is out there.
Feaster, don't do it. I got like 6 bullets left, and if they stand in a line,
It is only up to you.
I
Well,
go.
right now it's Harold's turn. Harold, you no, you didn't. Did you pass out? Harold?
No, he's very.
No,
very
I'm still
tired.
standing.
Phasing.
I got my rifle.
Roll me another con save with disadvantage.
Meh. 9.
It's so hard. That rifle's getting so heavy. And so are your eyes. They're just getting so
Hey,
heavy.
if the rifle dips into the ground, you need to like unload it and clear obstructions using a rod. But yeah, the safety
Okay.
course I just took.
I was like, what is he talking about right now? Okay. So
Good
But
to
first,
know.
point it in a safe direction.
sure. So
Towards the school.
you're not passed out. So what are you doing?
I was gonna try to shoot at him.
Sure, with disadvantage.
They're all crowded around Feaster.
No, he's shooting on the ones in the woods.
Oh yeah, that's where
Oh,
he
yeah.
was
Are you shooting at the ones in the woods or
That
the
is
crowd?
where he shot the ground.
Yeah, I was shooting at the ones that were I was threatening them earlier.
All right.
All right.
Which was the ones in the woods. We'll be clear.
Oh snap!
Shoot into
18.
the woods.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Wow, good job. Yeah, it's definitely going to hit.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
Yeah. Take
He's-
that. You
He's
bunch
hunted
of
on
butts.
drugs before.
Yeah.
I only hunt
This is
deer
how
on hard drugs.
This is my first rodeo.
It's more sportsman-like.
Because I
12
also
damage.
dope up the deers. Deer.
Dope.
Well,
A deer.
dope.
A female deer.
Dope.
Shoot.
I brought a bucket full of drugs.
Okay.
He laced the deer corn with PCP.
Oh no!
God.
What was the...
They're so strong.
I didn't know their pupils are the size of dinner plates, man.
What was the damage you rolled?
Oh, it was a 12.
Okay. You can't really tell, but it seems like you possibly killed one of them. Hard to say with your blurry vision.
Got him.
With your double vision.
Got him.
Double vision.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel.
Because
I
he's
think
about
I
to
hit
fall
at least
asleep.
3 of them.
And you're
I hit at least 3 of them. They're dead.
Feaster.
Mr. Peebers?
Yes, it is I, Feaster.
Do you remember when we used to play fetch?
I have a vague familiarity on that game.
I tossed the
Fetch.
grenade to the water to where I see the halo face of Mr. Peebers. We're grenade fishing for gators. They said you said they were gently.
Holding on to you. Yeah,
Gently.
roll me con save with disadvantage.
But regular because I'm
Oh,
Mike
yeah, regular.
Feaster. So I
Sorry.
got a 12.
Okay, you're a very sleepy boy.
Sleepy. And then I'm just gonna lob it towards the water.
Okay.
It's a nat 20 unless I have disadvantage.
Toss it in the water. And
I feel like maybe there were more gators coming towards, and I just like
It would have been
All
better
the fish.
if you did it towards the woods.
so you toss it in the water. There's a huge watery explosion.
Homeward frown. That is.
I did good.
And
You did not.
and you feel as though the crowd is just laying you down to sleep, basically, as they just caress
I
you.
remembered them.
they
Don't
don't
touch my drugs.
they don't seem phased. They just
Don't
caress
touch my drugs.
they just caress you to sleepy time. Just
I hope these tranquilizers don't interact with the Xanax I took.
oh boy. Do they have a similar effect?
Benzodiazepines are. I mean, they're all downers.
They're downers.
Like,
So
what
you
what kind
just
of
double-
tranquilizer are we using?
You just double downed?
Yeah.
What kind of tranks are they?
Horse tranks.
Oh,
It's better than
ketamine,
double
Ketamine?
benzos,
down. Speedball.
Special K.
benzodiazepines, and
It's the good stuff.
ketamine.
It is Feaster, though.
I know, but I'm saying
I've
he
partied like this before.
already dosed up and then got dosed again. So I mean,
It's Feaster.
it is
though.
Feaster. That didn't give him disadvantage. It's just regs.
Mr. Peebers is going to
A lot of
go
articles about this. Sorry, go ahead.
into the body of Mike Feaster to ensure that his heart is still beating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Benzodiazepines
Okay,
may
well, that's
reduce the effectiveness of ketamine. the antidepressant effect thereof.
Okay.
So it takes more.
So he's safe.
So yeah, you just got regular.
My heart doesn't stop.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, so you do that, and then William, roll me that con save.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone else around you is going down.
I'm gonna say this one and one more turn, and then you're out of it. In terms of like,
I rolled 2 4s.
and you're like, I got this in the back.
4.
Just face plant.
4.
Does he pull the trigger
was
when
the
it's
best
As
of
he's
us.
falling, does he pull the trigger as
Launches himself up in the air. No.
into the
No,
water?
as I
water
fall
where the
down.
grenade is?
No.
Yeah, as William falls down, he'll shout, "Don't touch his drugs. You'll need a warrant for that."
Because they're feds.
Okay. So down you go like a sack of potatoes.
And as we fade to black, that's where we'll take a break.
Hello, listeners. It is I, Dennis, the world's most okayest DM, here to talk to you once again about patreon.com/botchedpodcast. Now, you know the deal by now, right? I mean, you go to patreon.com/botchedpodcast, you sign up for different levels, you get different amounts of stuff. You know, anything from as small as just getting your name read out on the show one time to, playing in a bi-weekly game with, some of the Botched crew as well as other patrons, which, by the way, is a ton of fun, and there are open spots on both games. But the main thing that people get, I would say, because it's one of the earlier levels, it's easier to get, is the bi-weekly game. And we try to always have a special guest on. And December's Patreon is no exception. This month we had Alex from Quid Pro Roll, another D&D show on, and I think sort of a fucked up nutcracker. Kinda. But here's a little clip.
Welcome, ballerina ballet traveling Christmas performance. You guys celebrate Jesus here?
So the king is going to clear his throat and go, "We celebrate the general secular concept of Christmas here."
Excellence. It was great honor to perform for your majesticness, and my peoples are yours. Please.
What?
The queen looks over at the king and goes, "Is he selling us ballerinas? Oh, I believe so. Thank you for your kind gift."
Yes, the ballerinas are all very well trained, many years service, and one of them is made out of cats, I believe. Is there anything else we can do for your majesties this evenings? We are all well talented, and one of us is longhorned.
Yeah, it pretty much just goes downhill from there. Anyways, so head on over to patreon.com/botchedpodcast and subscribe today to get your hands on the rest of that episode, as well as the hundreds, if not thousands of hours of other content we have on our Patreon. That's patreon.com/botchedpodcast. Back to the show. And we're back. All right, Boof's passed out. Charlie, you're totally fine, so what are you doing?
I'm gonna grab a gun off of William.
Okay. Yeah, you can pick up his, you had a rifle?
I had a Desert Eagle.
Oh,
that
you had a deagle.
Easter
Okay.
tossed to me.
Had a deagle.
Yeah.
It's got 5 rounds left in it.
There you go. So you pick up a deagle.
Yeah. And I am going... Oh, fuck, I don't know who to shoot. There's so many options. I'm going to shoot toward the dudes in the woods. I'm going to shoot at the dudes in the woods.
Okay.
It's okay. They all work for the government.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mindless drones.
I'll say -2 because of the woods being a little bit of cover.
So it's a 13.
It will not hit in that case. So you fire into the woods. Seems like it gets really close. It hits a branch and sort of... It probably would have hit him, but because it hit a branch, it screwed it up, so... Close. Then they're going to go. One of them is dead, so not as many dice as before.
No one
Come back here.
left.
No, it rolled away. Who's still awake?
Charlie.
Charlie and Harold.
Charlie and Harold, okay. What's your AC?
13.
13.
You've overdosed.
So, Charlie, you're going to get hit by 2 darts. Harold, you're going to get hit by 1 dart. Roll me another con save now with disadvantage.
DC has increased.
7.
You go down. you pass out. Not with 2 darts.
It was also a 7.
You go down as well.
AC the same, roll the same. How in the hell?
This is a wizardry.
So you all pass out. You have no idea how much time passes. You all have very weird dreams while you're gone.
Mr. Peepers?
You are definitely dreaming about fucking Mr. Peepers. Not
What?
fucking Mr. Peepers.
No.
But you're dreaming about Mr. Peepers.
He's bringing me the 6-pack holder that I used for his tombstone back to me
Yeah.
with his flayed open flesh.
It is the hero's journey that I have made to get back to
His
this place.
half flappy head is just...
And as I'm talking, the skin above my
Yeah.
head is just moving
And
as well.
the moosh keeps falling out of your tummy, sloshed on the ground.
That's right.
He's perpetually hungry in ghost form because he can't hold food.
I have all
He's
the
a
Cocoa
hunger
Puffs.
ghost.
It's okay.
He's a hungry ghost.
Yes, but you haven't had a PBR in God knows how long.
I'm trying to find it. All I have is toilet
It's
wine.
the only way to bring me back. Find that.
Injecting the corpse of Peepers with PBR?
I need 2 tall boys of PBR.
The 4-year-long dead corpse of Peepers? Okay, that's what you're dreaming about. Boof, you're dreaming about a field full of
poppies.
ticks. And you're like, Mayor, come and get these ticks, but the mayor never comes. There's no mayor to come and get the ticks. It's just thousands of ticks running free, happy.
Inside Boofington.
Inside Boofington.
God damn it. He finally went back on his campaign promise.
That's right. The town is overrun with ticks.
Mayor Cliff! After 47 consecutive mayorships,
And you see on one of the trees, days without tick incident, and then it falls down and it's back to 0.
son of a tick.
That's what you're dreaming about. Charlie, you're at the altar. It's your wedding day.
It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Except the veil is over the groom and not you, which is weird. And you flip you flip the veil back and it's Boof.
Charlie!
And he's just giving you a big old shining smile with them cicada teeth. But they're not dead.
Yeah.
They're alive cicadas.
I do.
Yeah, that figures. Yep.
But by the way, Mayor Cliff went back on his campaign promise.
Oh, that's the worst part of
Eat the
this.
ticks. Somebody's got to eat these ticks.
It's just a jar. Just pouring them into your mouth.
I feel a bad tick's rising.
William.
I'm floating in a shapeless void, and the giant face of Chunk Gunderson comes towards me, and he says, Suction News 9, Chunk Gunderson here to tell you you have a little baby dick, and I never liked you.
And he just laughs.
And I cry because I know it's true.
Harold, what are you dreaming about?
I'm staring through the bushes at a wild cheetah.
Milwaukee.
It looks like it's gonna pounce at me at any moment.
Okay.
Where I'm gonna get that leopard skin, cheetah skin, and I'm gonna wear it like a scarf.
Okay. But you notice when the cheetah looks, it turns and looks right at you. And it's got the face of the lead singer of AC/DC.
Brian Johnson, is that you?
And it's not making noise, but you can tell it's lip syncing all the words to Highway to Hell.
I like Bon Scott better.
And at that point, you all wake up, and you're all tied to different. Mostly, you're tied in pairs, except for Harold, because there's an odd number of you. You're tied to posts within what appears to be kind of looks like it's a semi-rundown church, but it looks like all the pews have been removed. Only the pulpit remains.
I pull with all my might against the post.
Okay.
No post can hold me.
You're
Neither rain nor sleet nor freezing.
I summon my chud rage.
sure.
Use proper squat form.
Yeah, roll strength
Okay.
to try and rip out of these very tightly bound ropes.
Surely my bonus is good enough to offset a roll of a 2.
No, doesn't even budge.
That's a 3.
And in the back of your head, you hear Chuck Gunnerson just snickering at you.
Son of a bitch.
Baby dick.
Jump.
I do have a baby dick. It's true.
So yeah, you're just in the church. There's nobody else in here. All the walls, the floor, everything. You see partial wood, but there's a lot of mold overgrowing over the walls. The Jesus in the back, completely covered in mold. In fact, it looks a lot like they may have put mold on Jesus. Like, covered him in it like a chia pet or some shit. It's weird.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yo.
That Jesus. He looks like a fun guy.
Moldy.
Fuck you.
Sweet moldy Jesus.
Got to be a moldy Jesus.
Jesus wrote a moose check.
One I haven't cashed quite yet. That would be a song. That would be a good song. Good
That's a
reference.
good song.
That's a good song.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
That's a good song from a good album.
That album is probably my favorite of theirs.
You guys can hear outside the building. It seems like there are quite a few people outside. Nobody's in the building with you right now.
Yeah, Boof's gonna strength out of his restraints
Okay.
with a 6.
You don't.
Who's tied with who?
It doesn't even budge.
All right.
So I will say
Oh.
the pairings, anyways. It's Boof and William and Charlie and Feaster. And then Harold is on a post by himself.
Are all my drugs gone?
All your items are gone.
Even the drugs that I've hidden?
Where did you hide them?
In my butt.
It feels like they're probably still there.
Nice.
Did they take my cicada teeth?
No,
Good.
they didn't want that.
Did they take my piss helmet?
Yes, they did take your piss helmet.
Shoot.
Did they?
So our hands are
Could
tied
have
behind our
used it like a
backs.
knife.
Did they take my baby dick?
They
They didn't want
replaced it
that either.
Oh, good.
with a beer can.
No one ever does.
They replaced it with one of those little smokies.
I got a cyborg dick.
No. A cocktail wiener.
The opposite.
Oh no.
I'm transhuman.
But hey, at least it's flavored.
So-
Vienna.
Like sadness.
Yeah.
So Feaster is gonna expel the emergency bottle of drugs that he has.
It's a bottle?
It's like a pill bottle,
Okay.
a cylinder,
Okay.
it wrapped in a condom.
All
Do
right.
you not know how to
the tapered
smuggle
in-
drugs?
He put the tapered
I
in
thought you put
towards
them
the
in a
hole. It's
condom.
fine.
I didn't know you put them in a pill bottle in a condom.
How are you gonna? You gotta have something solid to
I don't know.
break the sphincter wall.
Well, our hands
That's
are
why you.
hands are
That's why you
behind
get a
it.
charger. You don't use a pill bottle.
I've got a shart real bad.
Feaster. It's just an old. It's an old Kodak film canister.
Like Feaster hasn't had Percocets in like
it's an
12
Altoids
hours.
case.
Yeah.
He's no longer constipated, so it's just gonna come out.
It's a bottle
All
of
over the
M&M's
back
minis.
of Charlie.
Jesus. I
So
swear.
I get the condom of drugs out.
Okay.
To
I mean, they're in your pants.
well, my hands are behind my back, right?
Yeah.
I can just dig into my pants.
Sure.
I'm gonna get it,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to.
They're in your hands.
All right. Shit.
Yeah, that's
Are
what
these
was on
twist
there.
ties or ropes?
Ropes.
Okay.
All right. Peebers,
Yes,
I've needed your help before.
I have tried to
I need
give
it
you as
now.
much guidance as possible, and you do not do anything that I ask you to do.
I'm not getting sober.
It's the only way to truly be free.
Well, I'm gonna. Really?
Yes. sobriety and Jesus is the answer, and that is why you were led to this church.
I think I get what you're saying. I'm going to, so they have a moldy Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to fake, like, a Baptist, like, power of Christ, and start preaching about how I'm overtaken by the moldy church of he who
The
is
moldy spirit?
the moldy spirit.
So you're going to start yelling loud enough for somebody outside the building to hear
Yes,
you.
yes.
Okay.
I am healed, brother, by the power of the moldy ghost Trinity.
The moldy ghost.
Okay.
I perform
The Father, Son, and the moldy
the
spirit.
Father, the Son, and the moldy ghost. And
So-
I perform with a 24.
So two people open up the front doors and walk in. They're in the full robes. You still don't see the face really,
Brothers!
and they're just like, ooga chaka, ooga.
And I just sing with them. Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka.
And they come over to you, and one kneels down. You still can't really see the face too much, but he reaches into a cloth sack, and he puts his thumb in there, and he's like moving around, and he pulls it out, and it's covered in like a green something or other.
Yeah,
you're not
mine
sure.
too.
And he just draws a symbol of the cross on your head with what appears to be mold. Just like puts that on your face. He's just like, you understand,
I understand now.
but you must be witness.
Witness me.
No,
Mediocre.
you are not the one that must be witnessed. And they point towards Harold, and they're like, he must be witnessed.
Harold, no.
I don't need.
I've witnessed
Ooga
things
chaka,
before.
ooga, ooga, ooga chaka.
Yes, that is our chant, for we are the keepers of the rot.
The rod?
The rot.
The rot.
The Todd.
The Todd. Yes.
Who's keeping a rod?
Rod
Who's
Stewart.
rod?
And so
Ooh la la.
I'm one of you, brothers.
they move over towards where Harold is, and they seemingly pull a chain out of nowhere. It's like covered up with a bunch of like mold and stuff like that, and it appears as though it opens up some sort of trap door. And they pull it open, and this like, you guys are immediately hit with this very musty, mildewy smell. It's gross.
I can feel it inside of me, brothers.
Is there trap music coming out of the trap door?
No. There's not trap music coming out of the trap door.
I perform to love the smell
Lame.
Okay.
with a 22.
Yeah.
I writhe
honestly.
in ecstasy.
Good.
Like I'm on a Joel Osteen fucking
Yes.
program.
You may be good enough later to join the Keepers of the
I'm a
Rod.
survivor.
So the two of them, they lift this door up, and it's, like I said, it's gross. Everybody other than Feaster, roll me a con save.
Oh, no.
5.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
16.
Okay. William?
I botched.
Zombie William. Come and get me.
William, you violently vomit. I mean, just, you even throw up a little bit of blood. You throw up so hard. All over yourself. You're just coated in your own vomit. And a little blood. And you just can't stop. It just keeps on going.
And I'm tied to him.
You throw
We all want him the same.
Well, he's on the other side of the pole.
Well, I understand.
So he's not throwing up on you, he's throwing up on him, but you can smell it.
Have you guys ever thrown up so hard that like mucus comes out your eyeballs? Like
No.
the bottom of your like.
Those are called tears.
Yeah, I mean, I've had tears.
No. But it's
Hold
like
on,
literally
you got,
like mucus.
you got thick tears, boy?
When you threw up real hard, yeah. It's like so like
Drink
the-
water.
He cries cummies.
Yeah, he cries
So like,
gummies.
so like when you get wet mouth when you're about to throw up because you drank so much.
Yeah, and your tongue gets fat.
that like comes out. That consistency
You don't
comes out of your
get wet mouth.
eyelids.
Wet mouth is the default state.
That
You get
you
dry
might
mouth.
No.
It's from
No, you get that weird, like, I know what he's
Yeah,
after.
it's
there.
wet mouth. Like,
Yeah.
Over salivation.
over salivation.
your-
So,
yeah.
like, it's this
It's just your
consistency.
salival glands functioning.
But they
Oh, fuck me then.
overcompensate to handle all the
is
acid
this a
that you're
northern
gonna.
thing?
It's northern aggression.
thing.
Person.
It's a human thing.
So,
Well, we're all part dog down here.
so you two are over there on that pole.
Over
Harold,
there.
you've also thrown up on yourself. Not nearly as embarrassingly as William did. I mean, Jesus.
Well, a man must have his dignity.
You just throw up a good bit on yourself.
not when you got a baby dick like me. I ain't got no dignity left.
And it appears as though the other person pulls from underneath the robe a bucket, and they lift the lid off of it, and it smells like rotted meat or something like that. And they pick something in their hand. It's a very deep, dark red color, and they plop it, and you just hear silence for a moment, and then a kerplunk. And then they take their hand, and they rub it on the floor in a trail towards Harold. And then they just gently rub your cheeks with this gross, nasty, old, rotted meat blood. And they just rub it all over your face, but they're being very gentle about it.
No, I'm fighting them. They're wiggling my face and trying to get
like,
at them,
"It's
biting.
okay."
I'm going to gnaw at them.
It's okay. You've been
Don't
chosen.
let him wet you up, Harold.
You've been chosen.
It ain't natural, Harold. Don't let him do it.
And they just leave the room at that point. And it gets real quiet, except for this weird, deep, gurgling noise you hear coming from that hole in the floor.
That's just Boof's tummy.
I think I shit myself.
There could be a lot of things.
Of course.
Charlie, are you still hungry? I think there's some carrots here on my shirt.
I was never hungry. I'm good.
He's gonna try to toss the pill bottle and catch it in his mouth.
Wow.
Let's get your shit on it.
Oh, that come out of your butt, boy.
That's going to be a dex check.
Okay.
And a con check.
I'm going to say 2 dex checks. One to throw it, one to catch it.
Okay. I throw it with a 17.
You do a pretty good over-the-shoulder chuck.
I've done tricks with bottles before as a bartender.
I just did an over-the-shoulder chuck.
Come on. Come on, orange die. Fuck. 11.
So you toss it up over your shoulder, and it boops you in the nose and just falls down your chest, and it's just laying in your lap.
Oh.
You see it taunting you
God damn
with its poop-colored orange
Maybe if I got an erection.
cup.
Right
Boing. Pop it back up.
Like a catapult? So these ropes were tied in. Are they like, they're just looped around? Like
Yeah.
I could like shimmy?
So
if I wanted to shimmy out of there?
It seems like it's a combination of being tied around the post while also tied around your wrists. So you may be able to shimmy. You may be able to just break your way out of it. Depends. You know, whatever you think you might be able to do, I will let you try it.
I want to. How thick are the ropes?
I would say they're about an inch thick.
Like nylon ropes or like big, like I'm hauling.
Hemp.
I'm pulling a trailer.
Like a hemp
ropes.
rope.
So wait,
Oh, hemp.
are the
Hemp.
posts
Pushing rope.
the posts just go all the way up? Like, could he like try to like get up and get over it?
It looks like the posts are about 6 feet tall.
Ooh,
But you guys are
feet tall.
sitting on the floor.
ooh.
Okay, I would try to break out first.
Okay.
Can I do that? Okay. I'm gonna
Sure.
do that.
Roll a strength check.
right? Oh crap! 6. I'm not doing that.
No, it doesn't even budge in the slightest.
These are impenetrable ropes.
And again,
It's impossible.
You hear that gurgling noise coming up from the deep. And there's like a little bit of steam coming out of the hole as well.
A steam hole.
Not an iron. Just steam
It's a
doesn't make
Steve hole.
steam doesn't make
Yeah.
a noise.
Are my feet free?
Yeah. They're
I'm
like
just sitting
so I'm
on my butt.
Yeah, you're sitting on your butt, legs straight out towards the hole.
Okay. Towards the hole. Mm-hmm. And there's this red junk they've made a trail of
Yeah.
to me.
I'm pretty sure it's blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Can I Gonna like smear it a different direction, like a cartoon. Gonna get him to just follow it some other way.
I mean, are you talking about on the floor or on your face?
Sure, on the floor. I can't do anything with my face. I need my hands.
You could try. So you could basically break the
Sure,
the straight
The trail.
line or something like. Yeah, you can break the trail, but
with my feet.
yeah.
I'm gonna try that. What do I need to roll for that nonsense?
I'll just say you can do it. Like you just
good.
You move your feet back and forth wildly, so it's all over your feet instead of the floor.
Problem solved, everybody. Don't panic.
Yeah. What are the rest of you doing?
I vomited all my panic out. Don't worry.
You are feeling so awful right now, William.
But I already vomited all the awful out. What's the problem?
You also vomited blood, so
Oh shit, that's
not good.
not good.
unusual. That's unusual for a Thursday.
It's
It's a peptic ulcer.
yeah, he's fine. Hey, we've all known that when blood comes out of orifices, it means nothing, and we just ignore it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike,
exactly.
Feaster, look in my mouth and tell me if I'm dying.
You're fine, bud.
Oh,
Looks like
good.
he's got
Thank
oatmeal
God.
around his mouth.
All right. So our hands are tied to the post. Are our feet tied to the post as well?
No.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
you're
try
sitting
and
on your
take my-
butt, back to the post, aren't like hands tied to the post, legs straight out away from the post.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna definitely take my Air Force Ones off by pushing them off with the opposite foot.
Are you talking about shoes?
Yes, Air Force Ones are shoes, Dennis. You
I don't
fucking
know.
zoomer.
Dennis, come on.
Air Force One's a plane as far as I know.
Yeah, but
Where were you in like 2005 to 2008?
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
Cal Art School and Shippensburg.
so was I.
So you should know.
Nobody wore Air Force Ones.
That's right, because they're the shoe of the working man.
See, exactly.
They have no place at a
Sure.
liberal arts school.
So you're pulling off one of your shoes.
Both of them.
Both of them. Okay, so you pull your shoes off. You just got
And I've-
your sockies.
I don't wear socks. Obviously.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna definitely just try and throw my feet up and over my shoulder and see if I can untie Feaster's ropes with my
You're a boof.
dexterous toes. I thought I was next to Feaster and Boof.
You're on the same pole as Boof.
I do it to Boof then.
The next pole is Charlie and Feaster, and the next
Well,
pole
then
is
obviously I want to do the next pole because I can't just reach onto my own pole with my legs. They don't bend that way, boys in the head.
dexterity check to see if you can even get your foot over there.
I do that.
It's such a weird angle for how you're tied.
Good thing I rolled a 20.
Your foot is over by them.
Uh-huh. I use my longer than my big toe, second toe, and my big toe to
Your boss
grab
toe.
the end of the knot and just pull.
Okay. So you're going to try and untie a knot. You know what? Sleight of foot.
I do that.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Oh, that is a 22, sir. What
you,
else you got?
You managed to untie, or at least loosen the ropes of Charlie and Feaster with your toes.
Be free, my friends.
You're still
Also-
stuck.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna strength out of those ropes
Okay.
with a 6.
Still nothing. You guys are just really not nearly as strong as you think you are.
I really feel like I'm the only one pulling my weight here.
You're pushing
guys.
your weight out of your mouth.
Harold, while you're there and you've wiped stuff off, you notice that coming out of the hole appears to be it almost looks like a hand, but it's very grotesque and mutated. And it's got extra digits that it's not supposed to have, and it's just covered in these bumpy, bony, fungal protrusions as it's dragging itself up and out of the hole in your direction. When it finally gets more than just the hand out, it looks as though the head itself, the bottom jaw has like separated, and it's just this big, long tongue covered in fungal like growths and spurs and shit, and it's just slathering around on the blood that's on the ground, and it doesn't seem to have eyes. as it's pulling, and it's pretty big. It's like a linebacker pulling itself up out of this hole in your direction. And it's just
coming out of my hole, and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I eat your brains. No? That's fine.
okay.
Yummy.
No, that was good. That was good. I like how long you were holding that one.
I was holding on to it.
I'm gonna try to wiggle. I'm gonna continue trying to wiggle out of this thing.
Have at it, Hoss.
But in doing so, I'm going to yell to my friends, I'm sorry I failed you all by not getting you to Houston. But, William, you can have my alligator bulletproof vest.
Oh, thank God.
Feaster can have my pith helmet.
Oh,
Piss a helmet full of piss.
thank you.
It's
I
just an
always
upside-down fish
wanted
bowl
that.
full of
Can I
piss.
have your mustache?
If it's still usable
get
after
it.
this thing eats me. Okay, I'm gonna try to wiggle with, what is that, Dex?
Wiggle check.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
let's
out of
go
here.
with Dex.
Will it to me? Oh, 13.
You wiggle with your darndest, but it doesn't seem to be enough to come out of these ropes. It moves a
Shimmy
little bit
moves
more.
aren't working.
It moves more than when you try to just break out of them anyways.
Shoot.
But
Okay. I hope this thing moves slow.
Charlie and Feaster, your ropes are now loose.
Oh, fuck
As
yeah.
they've been loosened quite a bit by the toes of William.
The toes nose, baby.
The toes? No.
Cunt.
You fucking will.
Yeah, then I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, so you untie yourself the rest of the way. All right, and stand up.
Yeah.
And you see a very large, grotesque thing crawling its way out of the hole in the floor. I mean, it is fucking gross.
Charlie, you have to keep the devil way down the hole.
What?
I mean,
Way down
Did they-
in the hole.
It's the zombie
did they leave
Tom
that
Waits.
bucket?
Zom waits.
Tom Waits!
Oh my god. You fucking. Did they leave that bucket?
No, they didn't.
Fuck. Can I get to the chain?
Yeah. I mean, the chain's just attached to the trap door. I guess you want to. Not even a trap door.
And
it's
he's
just like
still kind of part the way out of it?
yeah, he's halfway
Not
out.
entirely. Feaster, come grab his chain.
Hmm?
Come grab his chain. Pay attention!
He's just staring at his crotch.
Trying to get
What?
them drugs.
You can stand up. We're untied. Come and grab this chain.
I'm sure Boof and I could help if you would untie us as well.
Yeah, fuck Feaster. I go and untie Boofin.
I'm
Wait.
I'm gonna strength out. 6.
Okay.
I untie them.
All right. So you untie them. All right.
Feaster takes his drugs.
Okay. Feaster, you take your drugs. The thing in the cellar has moved 3/4 of the way out and has now basically gotten hold of the tootsies of Harold. And the tongue is just slathering its way around the legs. And you notice that when the tongue, touches your legs, it's just, eating away at the clothing. And it's tearing off bits of, it almost seems like the tongue itself is barbed because it's just ripping pieces of flesh off as it's just slathering around. It's weird because it feels wet, but when the tongue moves away, it's just barren flesh because it's ripped it off. So now your legs are bleeding profusely.
Like a cat.
Yeah,
A big angry
barbed
cat.
a big angry cat.
Cats have famously bleeding legs.
Yeah,
Wait, what? No, hold on.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what you meant.
sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cat's
Yeah.
bleeding legs.
So yeah, it's currently just licking around your legs right now while continuing to move further and further up your body.
I spit on it.
Sure,
Can't-
you do.
Can't take me without a fight.
You spit on it, and you notice that the missing eyes and the head just slowly rotates up towards your face. And
Oh,
the,
no.
And the tongue is just very slowly working its way up your legs.
Take care of the car, fellas.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Whose initiative is it?
Running.
I'm going with Charlie to help to grab that chain.
Okay.
No, I think it's too late, buddy. I think we should
He
go.
doesn't have any.
He ain't got no legs. As long as there's a head, there's a chance.
Thank you.
I think it's
How are
time
y'all
to-
going to drive to Houston without a driver?
We can put his head in one of them snow globes, and it'll be fine, just like in Futurama. Remember Futurama?
Dr. Harry, I don't want to break it to you, but
you
like
remember? I
anybody can
remember.
drive a stick.
Remember the conservative voice of Matt Groening? Did I misunderstand that show? Was it different? I don't remember.
Were they joking?
It's been 4 years.
It was real.
I thought it was a kind of tongue-in-cheek kind of thing.
Well, there's about to be a tongue in a cheek.
Oh, no.
Are we making out? Who's making out? Am I making out with...
Yeah, I'm making out with this escape
Boof?
plan, and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
So are you going out the
are you
front
leaving
door,
me?
or?
No,
You
I'm going
can't
out.
have my pith
I'm
helmet.
going out the back door.
Okay. There's not a back door, but there are, windows.
Yeah,
Stained glass.
I'll throw a pew out the window.
There's no pews, remember, it's empty.
I'll
Pulpit.
I'll take a swamp rock and I'll throw it through the window. No, there's a pulpit or
There's
an
a
altar?
pulpit.
All right, so yeah, I'll take that and I'll throw it out the window.
Okay.
I will assist
And
him.
then I'll take moldy Jesus off the wall and put him up against the wall like a ladder, since there's like a cross. And
Sure.
I can just
Moldy Jesus
Scold-
gonna be there.
Scoldy gonna be out of here.
So you crawl your way or climb your way out of the window and out into freedom.
Moldy Jesus
Let's go
saves.
with William. What are you doing?
I was assisting Boof with throwing that holy man's altar through the very intricate stained glass windows, and I'm probably okay with that in the moment. Because I am a moral hypocrite and an intellectual coward. So I will hop through the window with him and abandon my religion.
Okay. Charlie.
Is there any sort of weapon, anything
There's
around?
nothing in this room other than the pulpit
Nothing in
that
this room.
is now out of the room.
Well, fuck.
There is Jesus who's propped up against the wall.
Jesus is still here. He will never
I
abandon you.
I need Jesus to elevate myself
we
through the
all?
window.
Okay.
So I am going to crawl up over Jesus' moldy body and say, I'm really sorry, Harold, but you did stab me. And get out that window.
That was an accident. I didn't mean to stab you. You can have the spear.
Okay. So you just boop pop out.
Yeah.
Feaster, you're the only one left in the room with Harold.
Feaster looks up from his handful of drugs that he.
You
Oh,
did a good job to find Jesus.
What type of drugs are those?
it was a cocktail.
Can you have a bad trip from a cocktail?
No, it
not
was,
from
none
the
of them were
pills.
hallucinogens.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
just Adderall and Percocet and Xanax
Okay.
all together.
Speedball.
Okay.
Yeah.
A prescription speedball.
Looks around. He sees Harold getting licked to death, and he sees the pulpit through the window and the moldy Jesus. He looks around. He doesn't see any believers, but sings anyway. Moldy Jesus gonna be there. He gonna be there soon. Moldy Jesus gonna be there. He gonna be there soon. It's loading.
So while you serenade from the top of
And
the
then
cross,
exit, yeah.
yeah. So this creature continues to crawl its way up the body of Harold. And Harold, you're looking into the absolutely horrifying, half-rotted, half-molded face of this thing, and the tongue slowly snakes its way, like, over your cheek, tearing off the flesh, and it wraps its way around your head and just keeps moving up and down, pulling your face slowly off until it's just the musculature and bits of bone sticking out.
Hey, give me
Do I
that
have
scream while
enough
that happens.
wherewithal to yell to everyone? You all have plenty of gas. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Oh.
And
I have to clean my conscience before I die.
sure. And so it's licked off most of the flesh on your face until it it basically opens up that gaping mouth hole and slowly inserts your entire head into its mouth, and you can slowly feel your entire face and head dissolve into a gooey substance.
What about the eyeballs?
100%. That's the first thing that goes is the eyeball.
They get sloshy first.
They get real sloshy and they just liquefy and fall out of your head and then immediately get slurped up into this creature. And you die very slowly and painfully as it slowly sucks your head right off of your body, and then probably most likely after you're no longer amongst the living, digesting the rest of your body before making its way back into its little hole.
As Feaster jumps out of the window, he also grabs the helmet of Harold.
It's not in the room.
Oh.
You don't know where any of your stuff is.
Yeah.
None
So
of
he
you
willed
guys
his
have
helmet to me.
I did will it to you,
I
but
gotta keep my eyes. Gotta keep them wide open. So I can see my Lord. Gonna watch the horizon.
And as you leap out of the window and Harold is slowly digested to death, that's what we're going to call it. So thanks so much for tuning in. Check us out next time.
Jesus gonna be here.
You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, and Twitch at Botched Podcast. This episode of Botch was brought to you by the Patreon producers, His Lord and Majesty Big Jim, the Nuck, Big John, Lord Chronic Skinner, God King Shanda Panda,
Moldy G is gonna be here for her too.
B-Mail, Zuchari, Gamers Galaxy, Disgruntled Furniture, Snuggler Supreme, Chris Finelli, Sonata Mag, and Bread2287. You want to support the show? You can do so over at patreon.com/botchpodcast and support where you can. $3 in the Discord, $5 are those exclusive episodes. And so thank you, Kage
Kage
Kishi.
Kage Kishi
Put
is
some
now
respect on their name.
Kage Kishi.
You are this week's
No, hold on. Fuck off.
lone survivor.
No, chill your tits.
No?
You are a new patron. Thank you,
Fuck
Kage
yeah.
Kishi.
Yeah.
You want to support the show? You can do so without using money by leaving us a 5-star review on iTunes. Thank you to our newest 5-starer.
Scott Beowulf, 1979. Review 9/9/2021. Just awesome. Title complete. The only D&D podcast you'll need! !
Thank you to Gozer for our intro and outro music. More of them at tiny.cc/Gozer. Thank you to Emily Swan for our album art. You can support her all over the internet at a swan named Emily. We salute you!
Kage Kishi.
Or,
It's Big Jim.
nope, Big Jim 5.
Big Jim.
You are this episode's
Lone survivor.
No one gives me raspberry. But Big Jim.
Steve from H&H and Two Dorks.
that's right.
Horseshoes and hand jobs?
Yes.
Nice.
That's the one.
Hand jobs with
the-
hand grenades.
Hand jobs with hand grenades.
That's the OnlyFans account.
Hey.
Man, thank you so much for wasting your night and coming and hanging out with us.
This is a joy every time y'all have me come hang out. I have an absolute blast. So thank you. Thank you for inviting me again. I hope to come back.
Well,
I hope you come back as well.
we'll see.
I mean, Harold's dead, so.
Moldy G is
Well, I
gonna
mean-
be here.
Jenna just put her fucking foot down.
Yeah,
you
stabbed me
stabbed me. He ain't coming back.
As Stephen King said, sometimes they come back.
Where
Again.
can people
Again.
find you, Steve?
People can find our stuff over there at twitch.tv/2dorkstv, where we do a little bit of streaming, namely our show, Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, a podcast you can download later if you want. But join the chat live every Thursday at 8:30 p.m., 8:30 or 9 p.m. because we're consistent.
Wow.
And that's it. That's the jam.
Heck yeah. And as always,
When the 5-chambered baboon heart that was installed in your chest when you were 14 isn't quite enough to overcome the poison shot into you by a moldy Jesus cult. and your driver is eaten by an unhinged jaw zombie. Pray to Botched. and we'll hear you.
We'll see you next week, nerds.
You could support Dennis's comic book projects over at patreon.com/hiveheadstudios. You can support Steve's stuff over on YouTube at He Who Is Steve. You can support Phil on Patreon or Twitch at Imaginary Nomad. You can support Jen by checking out her other podcasts like Horse Girls on all your podcatchers. You can also check her out on social media or Twitch at Jenna Chill, chill with one L. And you can check out Chonky every so often on Twitch at Chonky_Kong.
CCR.
It's a pretty gaping gash you got there, Charlie.
That's cut.
No.
Save some of Charlie's blood. We'll mix it in with the Dillo bait.